Morningstar, I'm Christian Charret. Exchange-traded funds in Canada just had another outstanding year in terms of sales. I'm here today with Mr. Alain Desbiens, Vice President of Sales at BMO ETFs, to talk about the trends that he expects to see in 2017. Alain, thank you very much for being here with us today.
Christian.
So, nearly $16 billion in sales for the first 11 months of 2016, more than 400 unique funds on the market. Yet, a lot of the money is going to a handful of traditional funds.
Exactly. Well, basically in the industry, by the way, in US and Canada, what we call active or smart beta versus indices, it's roughly 8% versus 92%. So still 92%, more than 90% of the asset base is still index driven, whichever you speak about CAD, US, international, or fixed income. So that trend is still valid in 2016 in Canada, though we're seeing more and more smart beta, I would say in the top 10, top 20 net sales in Canada. That's a change since 2 years. 3 years ago, you had exclusively index, market cap, equity, ETF, or fixed income. So now we're seeing more dividend, smart beta base, more low vol, cover call. So new strategies are emerging, but still it's dominated by the index.
Now, a lot of the, as you just said, a lot of the new funds that are being launched are what we at Morningstar call strategic beta. Mm-hmm. A lot of people still call it smart beta. Now, what do you expect to see in the upcoming year in that segment?
I think providers and ETF will find their niche if they answer needs. So basically, do you provide a growth with a lower vol? Are you providing growth with a better quality? Are you generating income with a better methodology on the dividend side? Are you generating extra tax-efficient income with cover calls? So those are really, really important points. Also in 2017, with the election in the States, probably you're going to see a resurgence of U.S. demand, U.S. equity, U.S. fixed income, and also what we call the .U solutions, whichever it's on the smart beta side or on the fixed income or on the S&P 5. So a lot of .U's to answer the U.S. estate taxes problem for Canadians and also the T1135.
Now, as far as the number of funds that are being offered, do you believe that the market is saturated, or are there still areas where there's room for growth?
When I joined the ETF industry in 2010, the industry was roughly $40 billion. We had like 125 ETF. We're approaching soon 500. We're going to be probably at 550 next year. So far, what I see and what we see in the market is the top 4 ETF providers are still having more than 87% of the sales, 91% of the AUM. So I think the industry as a whole has to do a great job on financial literacy and education with the investors, with the retail, with portfolio managers, IAs, and also on the institutional side.
Any other trends that you expect to see in the coming year?
Probably more sector-based, more alternative solution. Because to generate like a 7.5% in the portfolio is tougher. People are looking more to a 4 to 6% depending on the asset mix. So what we're seeing is an increased demand for sectors. Big trends right now is infrastructures, industrial, oil and gas, banks, Canadian one, US one. This is more cyclical. And also probably more demands around option-based strategies like cover call. This is a big segment. Basically, in the industry, there's $4 billion of what we call alternative, which includes cover call, which includes commodities, which includes infrastructure. So there's still demand also for that segment.
Alain, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with us today.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you.
And for Morningstar, I'm Christian Charret. Thank you for watching.